Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be solving one more problem from the Algo Expert side, and the problem name is find all duplicates in an array. So what basically problem state, you will be given one array and where all the elements are range 1 to n, and n is the length of the array, and every element of that array either appear once or twice. So you need to return all the elements that appear twice. And here it is also mentioned that you must write the algorithm in order of n time and without taking any extra space. But here it is, you need to return the list of all duplicates number that appear twice. That's mean you need to take an list, but that list not considered as a auxiliary pair. So this is our answer. So that is okay, but you need to either without taking that extra that answer list, you should not take any other list or other extra places, right? So how can we solve this problem? So first understand the example here. So here you can see that 3 is appeared twice and 2 is also appeared twice, so our answer list should be 3 and 2. Okay, now how we can solve this problem? If it is mentioned that you can take extra space, then how we will do? You can just simply take a hash map where you will store all the frequency of every element, and then you will check if the frequency of that element is 2 or not. If the frequency of that element is 2, you will simply store it in a list and return that list. So that is, you are taking their extra space, that is has map where you are actually storing the frequency of every element, right? So we need to remove that extra space. By how can we solve this problem now? Okay, so now let's understand a quick scenario. Let's say if you have there is example, let's say 3 to n 3. Okay, so whenever if there is a, I'm just explaining what am I thinking here. Okay, so if 3 is, you consider 3 is the first element, so what we'll do, we'll put whatever the element present at that index. Let's say in that 3 we have a element 5, so what we'll do, we'll make that element at that index 3 as a negative element, right? So whatever the element, we will just simply multiply with -1 and it's become negative. Now again we will go to another element 2, so we will simply make that element, whatever the element present at that index. Let's say if the element is 4, they will make it as a negative. Now next time when we again encountered 3, that's mean we already know that whatever the element present at 3, so what we'll do, we'll try to make that element as a negative, but we can see that it is already it is already negative. So what that's mean? It means that we have already encountered 3 before, so that's mean 3 is appeared twice, right? So in that case we will store that 3 in a list. And here, as it is mentioned that we only have the element in between 1 to n, so that's why it is satisfy this condition, because if the element is not mentioned 1 to n and you have a very large number element that is not inside, that is not the length of this array, then you will get the out of bound error, right? But as it is here mentioned that it is in between 1 to n, then you can do this kind of thing. Okay, now let's understand the same with this example, right? Okay, so basically let's say, mm, and one more scenario, like if the array length is n, so array length is n, then we could not store the any element at the index n, right? If the array length is n, then what is the maximum index? Maximum index is n minus 1. So that's why whenever we make any element negative, we'll simply not doing that index, but it is in we'll do that its previous index, right? So let's say we have a 4, then we'll make that element at index 4 minus 1, that is basically 3. Okay, so this way we will do. Now let's see this with this example. Now at first we are getting 4, right? So what we'll do, what is the index now? 4 minus 1 3. So what we'll do, we'll make that element at index 3 negative, right? So we'll make this 7 as a minus 7, right? So whatever the element will other element will be same as it is. Okay, next we came across 3. Okay, so what we'll do, again we'll simply make that index like 3 minus 1. So at the index of 2 we'll make the element negative, so these 2 become minus 2, right? So this is our index 2. Now we have a minus 2, right? So whenever we'll take the absolute value of this, right? So if we take the absolute value of this, it's become 2, and we'll make the element at the index of 2 minus 1, that is at the index of 1, make the element as a negative. So this 3 becomes now minus 3, right? Then we moving to 7 minus 7, but we'll take the absolute value. In that case, the mm, we'll we'll make the element 7 minus 1. So at the index of 6, we'll make the element negative. So what is the index 6 here? 5, 6, 7. So at the index of 6, that's mean this 3, right? So we'll make this 3 as a minus 3, right? Now again we move to 8. So what we'll do, we'll make the index of 8 minus 1, that is 7. So we make the element at index 7 negative, right? So we'll make this 1 minus 1, right? Now we came across 2, right? So these 2 we have came across. So what we'll do, we will try to make the index 2 minus 1 negative, right? So that is 1. So we'll try to make the index 1 negative, but we are seeing that index 1 is already negative. So that's mean this element 2 is already comes before. So that's why in that case we will store this 2 in a list, right? So these 2 will be our answer. Then we simply move to the next element. So again we come across minus 3, but we will take the absolute value, that is 3. And what is the index in that case? That is 2. So we'll try to make at index 2 negative, right? But we are seeing that at the index 2 the element is already negative. So that's mean this 3 also comes before. That's why the at the index of 2 the element is negative. So that case we will simply again store this 3 in our list, right? Then we came across minus 1, but what is the absolute value? Minus 1, that is 1. And we'll what is the index? 1 minus 1 0. So we'll try to make the at the index 0 negative. So we'll make this 4 negative, and we are iterate all the element, and here you can see that we have a list of 2 duplicate elements, that is 2 and 3. Able to understand the solution. I will write down the pseudocode here for your understanding. Okay, so what I'll do, I will just simply iterate the element in nums array. Let's say n in nums. Okay, then what is the index? So index will be, we will take the absolute value of n, right? So we'll take the absolute value of n and subtract 1, right? And we'll get the index. And then what I'll do, we'll check that if the element is that index, is negative or not. So if it is negative, that's mean it is less than 0. That's mean this n is the duplicate element, right? It's comes twice. So we'll add to our list, right? So we'll simply add this. So how we'll for that we need to like take the absolute value as well, because it can be possible that this n become negative. So we need to store the element with this absolute value. Otherwise, what we'll do, if that's not happen, we'll make this index element negative, right? So we'll what we'll do, we'll this index element is -1 multiplied with the same. So this is the pseudocode, and at the end of this for loop, you just return the list. So this is the pseudocode. I hope you are able to understand the solution. So I will share this solution in the in the description section. You can check it out, and please subscribe my channel for the more content. Thank you.